My parents banned my son from Christmas but let my sister's kids come. I am Dakota, a widowed mom to 7-year-old Tommy. Lost my husband Mark in a construction accident 8 months ago. Been surviving on his $300K life insurance and the incredible love of his parents, Sarah and Jim, who've basically become our lifeline. My parents have always treated my sister Rachel like their golden child while I got the scraps. The favoritism now extends to our kids. Tommy's this bright, curious kid who asks a million questions about everything. My parents roll their eyes, shove an iPad at him, and complain he's exhausting and too much. Meanwhile, Rachel's 3 kids sit zombified on their phones at family dinners, barely speaking, and my parents praise them as such well-behaved angels. The day after Mark's funeral, while I was still in shock, my parents cornered me. "That's quite a life insurance payout," Dad said, eyes literally lighting up. "You need to think about family now." Mom chimed in. "We've supported you your whole life. Time to give back." I was too grief-stricken to process what was happening. 2 weeks later, they invited me to dinner. Rachel was there with this smug smile. "I've decided to help Mom and Dad with $500 every month," she announced, glancing at me expectantly. "Dakota should probably give $1,000 since she only has 1 kid to support, plus all that insurance money." My parents beamed like she'd just solved world hunger. I stupidly agreed. I was drowning in grief and just wanted their approval for once. For months, $1,000 vanished from Tommy's future every month. But whenever I called asking for help, could they pick Tommy up from school when I had a doctor's appointment, watch him for 2 hours while I handled Mark's estate paperwork, there was always an excuse. "We're too tired. We have plans. Can't you figure it out yourself?" Meanwhile, Sarah and Jim never once said no. They picked up Tommy from school daily, brought us groceries, real grandparents. December rolled around. A week before Christmas, Mom called with fake sweetness. "We're doing adults-only Christmas Eve this year. No children. You understand?" My heart sank, but I figured I'd stop by briefly after dropping Tommy at Sarah and Jim's place. Christmas Eve, I walked into my parents' house and froze. The living room was absolute chaos. Rachel's 3 kids running around, my cousin's toddlers everywhere, children's laughter echoing through the house. "Dakota!" Aunt Caroline rushed over. "Where's Tommy? We brought presents for him!" I felt my face burning. "He's not here." "What? Why not?" I marched into the kitchen where Mom was arranging cookies. "You told me no kids," I said through gritted teeth. She didn't even look up. "That's different. Those children know how to behave properly." Tommy asks too many questions and disrupts everything. Something inside me snapped completely. I walked back into the living room where everyone was asking about Tommy. "You're all wondering where my son is," I announced loudly. "He's not here because Mom told me this was adults only. But clearly, the only child banned from Christmas was mine." The room went dead silent. "And while they've been excluding my 7-year-old from family events, they've been taking $1,000 from me every month. Rachel here claims she contributes $500 too." Rachel's husband Jack whipped around. "What the hell? You're sending money? Rachel, what is she talking about?" Rachel's face went ghost white. I never actually sent anything," she whispered. "Mom and Dad told me to say I was paying so Dakota would agree to give more." Uncle Pete called them disgusting vultures. Jack grabbed his kids' coats, yelling, "We're done here," at Rachel. Relatives started gathering their things, muttering about being ashamed and never coming back. "I'm done too," I announced. "No more money, no more relationship. Tommy and I are out of your lives permanently." I walked out into the cold December night and drove straight to Sarah and Jim's. Found Tommy in their kitchen wearing a flour-dusted apron, decorating sugar cookies with Jim while Sarah made hot chocolate. Aunt Caroline called later that night. After I left, every single relative walked out. My parents tried damage control, but it was too late. Rachel's marriage was imploding. Jack felt betrayed and humiliated. My parents called repeatedly, begging me to work this out and think about family. I ignored every call. That $1,000 now goes directly into Tommy's college fund.